Hi, everybody. How are you doing? I'm glad to be saying hi to you. I have had to put my member street cards back to back Wednesday and Thursday because I'm going to see my friends in Arizona. Not this weekend, next weekend. So I got some stuff to talk about. I got to tell you, I haven't, and a lot of the readers, we don't listen to each other, maybe not to have it affect our judgment. But ever since this thing happened, I have been listening to other readers. I did post one by Steve Judd that I thought was pretty good. It was kind of scary. He was talking about from the 7th on through the 15th, a lot of changes, a lot of stuff happening to where even Trump might not get in. And then I saw the one he did today, and he's talking like it's a done deal. Trump's in. I'm like, what? Either that or I wasn't hearing him right. So I was a little disappointed in that. But I was listening to some good psychics. You guys are all good. But there was this one psychic that I listened to yesterday. I don't listen to her that often. She's got a lot of subscribers. And she starts talking about a reader that talks trash about Trump, had trashy things to say about Trump. And I thought, oh, that's interesting. She said, and then she had the nerve to have a prayer session the day of the voting. Now, can you imagine the nerve? She talks trash about Trump, but she has the nerve to do a prayer session. I'm thinking that this woman's talking about me. I don't know her from Adam. I don't subscribe to her. She said she doesn't subscribe to me. I just come up on her feed. And I was like, whoa, oh, geez. Well, she doesn't know. For a long time I did talk trash about him, but then remember I told you guys the guides told me to knock it off because it puts us in a state of resistance. So even though we want to say horrible things, and we have our little affectionate nicknames like the Yeti and stuff, but really, I mean, you're gonna go through all that. Like, can you imagine someone talk trash about Trump? Hello, how's he talk about everybody else? He's pretty ugly himself. He's a mean man. So, can you imagine her talking mean about Satan? But ask for a prayer session? Well, ask for prayer sessions. I do prayers on off days too that have nothing to do with politics. Prayers are good. But I guess I had the nerve. I was praying for Kamala too. So whatever. I just want to tell you. So what I did is I blocked her so my feed won't accidentally come up to her because I don't need her judging me. So I won't say her name out loud, but if you write me, I'll tell you who she was. Anyway, or some of you guys might already know. So I just had to mention that little beef, but this too shall pass. But when I listened to her, she sounded pretty good. I hadn't really listened to her before. If people are over an hour, I can't keep up with. I usually have to quit before they end. So
today.
So and then I guess Boston or the Secretary of State investigation into it, ballot polling in Boston, they had dropped off a whole bunch of ballots, and then ta-da, they disappeared. So okay, hold on, you guys. 1 second. Excuse me. I've been listening to The Way of Positive Change. I'll put her link below. I thought she had some significant dreams. I loved her dreams. I still need to listen to Jen Lin. Rosie has a good one. There's a lot of good stuff out there. And another real cute astrologist, astrocartography. I'll put that below too. This young girl, and boy, she's boom, boom, boom. And Andre left a very lovely YouTube briefly apologizing. He really took it hard. But Andre was right. He was right about when Trump would start to falter. I also heard from a friend. Listen, there's somebody, I put this on, I think Threads, and then I was kind of accused of being a liar, that I have a friend who knows a person that voted in Texas. And apparently his vote was switched from Kamala to Trump. And he went down there and complained, and they gave him another, and same thing happened. So people were telling me that's impossible because they don't tell you who you voted for. That's not how it's done. But apparently it is done with some sort of computer thing that they can do. She told me the name of it. Hold on one second. Where is she? She said, I'm talking about what's written in the software on the machine. The machine code knows to look for Harris or Trump. After you fill out the ballot at the voting machine, it prints out who you voted for. That ticket goes over to the ballot box where it does its thing. This is how it was done when I was voting. I know you all go to the mail-in ballot, which is tabulated differently. So that's the information. First I was like, what? You can't find out, but you can. Okay, so just FYI, they were changing votes. There's some war stories about people writing on these things. Some of them you got to take with a grain of salt, but that, had their vote change. I'm telling you, Russia was involved with this. Software could definitely be meddled with during a bomb threat. He won by if he won by a little over, but he won by two, it's just too much because he wasn't that beloved. The same man that had to pay people to come to his events and then didn't pay for them to even be bussed out of events. And then she has huge crowds. But my thought is, why are they so easily putting down the swords? Oh, we're going to work with him and make sure he's cool coming in here. And I guess Biden did he did PBS did a thing. I haven't watched it yet. Like, oh yeah, well, we have to accept the. So Way of Positive Change took a look-see at Merrick, Garland, and Biden, and she wasn't seeing him doing anything, but she also feels this may change. Things may change. So I want to take a look at that, okay? So I want to look just like Way of Positive Change at Merrick Garland. And Biden. And did Russia cheat? Which I already know the answer is yes. So listen, the word is for Zelensky. Trump is talking about, they give the percentage, a certain percentage, 10 or 20% of the land. Don't sign up with NATO for 20 years. And America will still give you money. I bet you he takes the deal. If Trump's in office, I bet you he takes the deal. So, and I don't think Putin is happy with it, but I feel like he'll take the deal. I really do. And apparently, North Korea, the only thing they were able to do was march. They only practiced their little march games. So when they went down there, Russia found out that they were having to train these guys. They were malnourished. They had worms. They were just barely making it. So they had to feed them and give them the medication for the worms. And so I think Putin will be glad to send them all back. So, well, okay, so that part. And then I had another friend send me, oh, by the way, Sterling and his wife are home. They were out without power, but they're okay. That's the main thing. Okay, so she sent me a very interesting, this is from Midas Touch. Oh, Midas Touch was complaining they got like 25,000 drops in their subscription. You guys, thank you so much. You guys rock beyond rock. This is a beautiful community with beautiful people. And I'm including the readers too, even the one that talked trash about me, who doesn't even know me. Oh, the clock is going off. At the tone, the time will be 4 p.m. So I had lost like 1,000 subscribers. And I was like, whoa, maybe my YouTube days are over. In fact, as I'm thinking to my guides, well, I guess that's the end of it. And they said, they need you now more than ever. That's exactly what they said. And I said, okay, if you think I should still do this. And it's almost like, well, we'll show you why you should still do this. And my numbers I passed the 1,000 I lost plus more I went for. And now I'm getting hundreds of emails. Everybody just needs to be touched. So I've been trying to get through my emails, you guys, as best as I can. But as I go through 15, 16, more come in. And you guys are sending me a lot of links. And, I don't want to just poo-poo it, but you guys have sent me some good links, You've talked about, Rosie, Rosie. Remember I used to have her on? I need to call her. Rosie and Violetta, everybody, the old gang's back and they're talking away. But I'm going to take a look. Anyway, a friend sent me this and she said, this guy, Ron Flipkowski, it's from Midas Touch. One of the single biggest mistakes that the Biden and Harris campaign made during 2024 was to focus on Project 2025. So much time, money, and energy wasted trying to explain to the American people what was in the right-wing third-party group's wish lists. Trump could simply counter every point with, that's not me, those aren't my proposals. So apparently he had a list of proposals, Project 47, and here they are. No taxes on tips. Interest on car loans will be tax deductible. Hello. No taxes on Social Security payments. That's a plus. No taxes on any overtime income. Wow. Across the board, income tax cut for every taxpayer. I never heard that, but it's in here. Make previous Trump tax cuts permanent. Cut the corporate tax rate. Well, we knew he was going to do that. See, I can't hardly read on my phone because I get messages. No cuts in benefits or changes in Social Security retirement age. Now, I think that Congress, people like Mike Johnson, want that change. And I wouldn't doubt if Trump says, no, I'm going to give you some hits I got on Trump, by the way. Big time hits. If he does, in fact, become president. But we'll look at that in a minute. The federal budget will be cut 33%. And, they're going to go through and just fire civil service and all kinds of people. That's going to be Armageddon. Tax credit for home caregivers who are family members. Mostly, they don't make enough money to even pay taxes. So who cares about that? Repeal the income control tax of 1974, which prohibits the president from withholding funding approved by Congress in their budget that he disagrees with. Interest rates on credit cards will be capped at 10%. And that won't happen. Those people will go cray. All migrants, including those with pending asylum cases, will be taken into custody and deported immediately. Birthright citizenship will be ended by executive order. All persons who were born in the U.S. with migrant parents should have their citizenship revoked. That includes Elon Musk. So Elon Musk needs to go because he's truly not. He came in here illegally. That includes Melania. So marriage or what, she needs to go. Border will be closed with no migrants entering the U.S. by moving thousands of U.S. troops from overseas to be stationed on the southern border. And let me tell you something I saw. I had a quick flash of this. I saw, that new president, that female president, she's Jewish in Mexico. I saw her giving the big FU. I saw her closing down Mexico. Now, I know we do commerce with them, but I saw her closing down Mexico and maybe just, trucks or business type of stuff. But I saw her cutting it down. Like it's going to be, you can't vacation in Mexico. That's how mad they're going to be. The border wall across southern U.S. and Mexico will be completed. All releases into the U.S. asylum seekers will be ended. Increase criminal penalties for illegal entry. Reinstitute travel ban. And by the way, he's being banned from a lot of countries, so he better not break the law. Construct 10 new freedom cities in the U.S. will be completely free from all government regulations of any kind. Does that include criminal? No EV mandates or subsidies. Create a central bank digital currency. Homelessness will be criminalized, and all homeless in the U.S. will be arrested and given the choice of incarceration or admission into a new federal tent city. For treatment, that's good. Federal tent cities for arrested homeless rehabilitation. See, a lot of the homeless are, I mean, if you're homeless, you're destitute. So what more can you do for them? But he said the rehabilitation center will be staffed with doctors, psychiatrists, kind of like Napa State Hospital, where they released my uncle, where Reagan just said, you're out on the street. Open federal lands to new home construction, lovely. Send astronauts to Mars, send astronauts to the moon. Seize control of the District of Columbia and have all the city agency run and controlled by the federal government. Build new national monuments, probably one at him. Create a federal task force to combat anti-Christian bias. Now, you might run into trouble with that because we're not supposed to be a nation of religion. Provide housing for all 33,000 homeless veterans. IVF will be fully covered with no out-of-pocket cost to parents. Create job training and skill program for all recovering drug addicts. Provide federal funding for faith-based drug treatment center. Expand the Family and Medical Leave Act to require all employers to give time off for drug rehab. Create a White House task force called Salute 250, which will organize 1 year of festivities across the U.S. from Memorial Day 2025 to July 4th, 26. That doesn't make any sense. Create the Great American State Fair each year. Create the Patriot Games, which will be an annual national competition for high school athletes. Everyone over 18 shall be given the option to opt out of content moderation on social media platforms. Content moderation on all social media platforms must not use AI. Former employees at FBI, CIA, NSI, DNI, DHS, and DOD shall not be permitted to take any job with a social media company for 7 years after leaving government service. Have the U.S. opt out of the Paris Climate Accords. Repeal Biden's administration motor vehicle emission standards. The U.S. government and agencies will only recognize people for the gender on their original birth certificate. All healthcare providers who perform gender reassignment surgeries under people of 18 will be permanently terminated from Medicare and Medicaid. Abolish the Department of Education. Parents of all public schools can vote to remove the principal at any time. School principals will be elected by parents each year. Seize endowments of universities who either have DEI program, consider race or admissions or hiring, or teach CRT. Endowments will be seized by levying a fine and lawsuits brought by the DOJ that is equal to the amount of the endowment. A portion of money seized from university endowments will be used to compensate people who have been discriminated against in admissions and hiring due to DEI or preference. Deport foreign students who are pro-Hamas or make anti-American statements on campus. End tenure for teachers and professors. Increase merit paid for teachers, thank you, probably 10 cents. Universal national school choice for all school systems in the country. Bible study will be instituted in public schools. That's a big no-no. Probably his SCOTUS would do it, but it's against the law. It's against the Constitution. School prayer will be instituted. They better do all prayers for all nations. A student who assaults a teacher or another student will be permanently expelled. All schools receive additional funding to harden them against school shooters and invaders. You think because you're not going to get rid of your guns. College tuition at colleges and university will be reduced. Create the American Academy, which will be a university run by federal government. Tuition will be free. It will be paid for by money seized from other university endowments. The thing is, people won't do endowments anymore. They just won't deal with endowments. Why would they give endowments if they know he's going to take it? A $10,000 per child tax credit for homeschooling. All high school and college accreditors shall be fired immediately, with accreditation services replaced by a group appointed by the president. Wow. Revoke federal funding for all nonprofits and academic programs dedicating to combating disinformation and misinformation online. Well, they don't want you to check that. Teacher certification will be changed and governed by a new federal agency. This goes on for a while. Why don't I copy and send this to you guys? There's more. There's foreign policy, national defense, trade. That tariff thing, he's got a hard on for tariff thing. And they were calling in people. A friend of mine sent me the letter she got from her husband's job, basically telling everybody no bonus this year, no Christmas bonus, because we know he's going to do the tariffs. And of course, we're not going to, the bigwigs aren't going to have to suffer. You guys are going to suffer. So I will put that, in fact, let me do that right now so I don't forget, so you guys can take a look, see. But this is from Midas. Take a look, see. Here we go. I'm going to copy it. Copy. And I'm going to go to my page. Linda G. Community. And paste. There it is, you guys. It's on there. So you guys can check it out. A long list. And I think he'll do a lot of that. If he gets in. Now we got to look at the meat and potatoes. Okay? Okay, here we go. Now, so apparently I haven't watched his speech. Biden went up there saying we got to do hand this over. And they know this guy's a liar. I don't know if they've gotten enough of the intel yet saying, by God, this guy cheated. This was done by Elon Musk in Russia. And they changed the ballots. I'm telling you right now. He did not win a free and fair election. And how you know is because he got the popular vote, which would have never happened. And 20,000 less votes than Biden got for Kamala. And, she packed the house. He had to pay people. Okay, Merrick Garland, are you going to do anything? God, I wanted to give him the benefit of the doubt, you guys, but. Oh, he announced right away that they're dropping the charges against Trump. Right away. Oh, but here's some good news. Apparently, he's not happy about something RFK's been saying about vaccines. I don't know, did you notice Ivanka's back in the picture? And, she has children and she probably knows, Dad, you can't let him do that. I don't want my kids to get polio. Something happened that he's kind of like ignoring him. Let me tell you something. Remember, he got rid of Bannon and Bannon loved him. But he got rid of him when they put him on the cover of Newsweek. He doesn't like to be overshadowed. So J.D. Vance better sit in the background because he doesn't want anybody coming out making any decisions on his behalf. So if RFK is doing these things and talking stuff, he's already like, I don't know. I don't want him being in the spotlight. And I've never felt Trump ever agreed on vaccinations. He did lie about the COVID, but he was worried about his numbers. He wasn't worried about people dying. So I just feel like Ivanka's whispering in his ear, or even Melania. Like, do you want your son exposed to, because President Roosevelt got polio, he was older. So nobody wants to get polio. Tell me about Merrick. Talking to his wife a lot. I think he wants to step down. People are going in talking to him and he's just looking down on the floor. They're saying, do something, do something. And he's over there negotiating. He needs solid proof. Well, listen, the bird of paradise on his shoulder going ahead, and the ace of pentacles could be he makes a decision that there's something to look at here. Something's going to happen anytime between now and December. Something's going to happen. Maybe even Trump does a turnaround. It doesn't act like such an idiot anymore. So, but I think she's right as far as it's like he's got to be pushed into it. Give him a couple of weeks even, because he's not right on top of it. I'd see Jack Smith on top of it. Like he's already looking, he already knows. He's not going to be able to arrest Jack Smith or any of those. He'll try or try to bring it up, but it's not going to happen. They're going to say, sir, you can't, because then something happens and we're out of here, and then they're going to arrest us. Well, they did arrest a lot of them, but that's because they were doing terrible things. Okay, so tell me about Biden. Does he accept that Trump is the president? He's not the power. The Supreme Court gave him the power. People are saying Biden needs to step down, give the reins to Kamala, and then she has total power. And then she says, I'm not going to certify Trump being president. And my new rule is, since I'm president, is that if you are a criminal, you cannot run for president. That will come up eventually. Biden. Why is Biden so happy? He's happy. He's riding on the horse of success. He's crossed by the Nine of Cups. Initially, I felt him very angry, but all of a sudden he's in a good mood. The cycle has changed. Magic before him. He'll pull a rabbit out of his hat. Behind closed doors, they're having conversations. God is with him. Look at this, and he's getting big time strength. Let me look at him. Hold on. President Biden. He's tired. But he's still running around. Gosh, they're going out of their way to do a free-flowing transition. The guy who locked the White House and wouldn't even let Biden in, didn't even allow him, it was terrible. And somebody asked Trump, what kind of letter did Biden leave you? And he said it was no. Somebody asked Biden, what kind of letter did Trump leave you? And he said it was a beautiful letter. So who knows, He kind of acts pompous in the front, but behind closed doors. If you just schmooze him, but they're very disrespectful to women. Biden, what are you doing? He loves his wife. I see the children. Oh, he might actually go ahead and I think he's going to talk to Trump about it. He's going to pardon his son. Because he's going to tell Trump, are you guys intending to hit my boy? Because if you do, I will go ahead and pardon him. And I see Trump saying no. I don't know if he'll believe him. let's just drop this, but you guys have been so gracious towards me, now I'm going to be gracious towards you, that kind of energy. He's really talking about Zelensky wanting to make sure. I think Zelensky might take that 20-year deal, no NATO, and just give some of this portion, and the United States will still send you money. I'm talking as if Trump is in office, but I'm giving you the what ifs. But I can see Biden thinking this, so Biden must think this is a done deal. I see negotiations and talking. Here's the people that are really, really shook up besides Jack Smith. And I can't believe Merrick Garland isn't, jumping the gun. It's our generals, our DEA, it's just like, he's going to go in here and infiltrate us and make us worthless. And we can't trust him with national secrets. He's a danger. Trump is a danger. Let me ask real quick. I don't see Putin happy with him either. Maybe because of the deal with Zelensky. Putin treats him like he's an idiot. But Putin's the one that got him in there. It's funny. Let's say Trump does become president. Putin will live to regret it. Okay, so tell me. Kamala is sort of staying isolated. She's not around. Oh, she worked really hard. She's tired. She's afraid for this nation. Tell me about the intel. What do they feel about Trump? I keep picking up that JD Vance is a nothing burger. Like Trump doesn't want anybody to overshadow him. So if JD comes in with his mouth too much, he'll just push him aside. Yeah, they worry about the world. Look at this. He's a tragedy. And he goes to the highest bidder. He's Satan's spawn. They got Epstein's pictures with Trump with all those young women, and they are in a safe in the FBI. Unless Barr took them home with him. They feel very restricted, very. They know he's sick. There might even be a plan of some sort coming up. I don't know if that he can't be president, or while he is president, they managed to do something. Let me ask if Trump's actually going to be president. Now, all the astrologers are saying something to do with something in Gemini. Big boom, like big boom, like you think it's not going to happen, and then boom, things change. And Violetta had a vision of the White House being empty. So maybe there's some negotiation or some reason he doesn't get in there. Maybe there's some attempt to tear down the house. If you're going to take all these alleged, they're talking about removing millions of people, okay? And you struggle, and you're in the United States, and you've been paying people Social Security and stuff that you'll never benefit from, and you work your pachikas off. Why would it surprise us if they rally together and say no? You could even have some people that are here that have made this their home decide, no, we're not going to do this. Like they're going to fight back. I know the ACLU, legally they'll fight, but there may be some other stuff. Something's going to happen, something big. They might burn the house down on their way out. Is he going to become president? He's over there happy on the horse of success. He's not doing well, you guys. The coffin is right below him. 10 of Cups reversed. So a lot of the energy of shoulda, coulda, woulda is falling down. He loves people kissing his pachikas. People from the past trying to come in. Sarah Cucci or whatever that guy is, Sarah, I can't pronounce his name. He did a thing on X. Oh, I'm so proud of you, President Trump and JD Vance. You did a terrific job. This is the same guy that talked trash. Like they don't remember. They just want you to kiss the ring. That's all they want you to do. Well, check this out. The outcome is her. The outcome is Kamala. Very interesting. So right now he's riding on his horse thinking, oh, I'm king for a day with the 10 of Cups. The cups are spilled. And he may, in fact, there's some information coming out about him. Some information. So this is very good, you guys. So don't be surprised if something happens and they say, you know what, this was a rigged thing. But it would be I see big time, the intel coming in. What do they got to lose? We got a couple of months to go. Let's start leaking. Let's start letting people know. They were talking about Jack Smith just saying, you know what? We're going to take the disclaimer off this. It's not private anymore. Let everybody see what he did. Hell yeah. I love it. But they also worry about upsetting Trump because then he'll do his turnaround and just be difficult. But it still doesn't matter because he's always difficult. You can't trust him as far as you can throw. So that was very interesting. Very interesting. I wouldn't doubt, because when I was begging God, please, please. And do you guys feel it? I feel like a calmer energy. Do you guys feel it? Like, I even slept last night. I mean, the other day it was like I couldn't even eat. Okay. When I can't eat, I'm pretty sick. I was so despondent, so upset. And because it was like, no, this isn't what I saw. You guys, you showed me her in her dress at the inauguration. What the heck is going on? But I also heard when I was going to drop YouTube, they said, they need you now more than ever. And they also said that part of the reason that he's in there, not only because he cheated, is that they need to see for themselves, because they think, oh, my life's going to be easier. No, it's not. It's not. And I don't care how mean US can be, to see these families being ripped and shipped off and then paying $10 for a strawberry. Good luck. Good luck. So it's so sad, you guys. It's just so sad. I just got another text message from my friend that knows about the software in Texas. And she says in 2020, they changed every third ballot for Biden to Trump. Elon Musk wasn't involved in any capacity in the 2020. In 2020, they changed every other vote for Beto to Cruz. In 2024 election, they changed Allred to Cruz every second vote. And in 2024 election, they changed Harris to Trump every third vote. So this is going to be found out by the software. Somebody's already reporting it. There's some reporting. I'm sorry that President Biden and Merrick Garland aren't jumping up, but I see the intel really working at this. I'm telling you, they got a game plan. It's almost like going back to the days, some bad days. The intel doesn't rule the world like it used to, but they don't want someone who can create all this madness. He's going to drop out of, he's going to drop out of the, and we're going to have terrible, terrible storms. And they're just going to say, oh, well. And they didn't even mention in there about the health. They want to get rid of Obamacare without anything to take its place. And they want to good luck with health. And oh, somebody was telling me, oh, my sister, she said, those insurance companies gonna love that. Pre-existing condition, yeah, no, you don't get nothing. This is just too much. Too much. And he starts hurting the regular peoples and they start getting up and marching. He's gonna have to rethink if he's even in office. If he's even in office. But okay. So, and I wouldn't doubt right away we're going to get some new numbers on people in the Senate and stuff, because like if she said they changed every second vote, total cheating. They were cheating in 2020 and they're cheating again. They were able to get, but he still didn't win, which is interesting, but he was able to get Beto out of the way. And Allwood was winning, and then all of a sudden he wasn't. Okay, you guys, so I just wanted to check in with you and let you know I'm still alive. And what is this? This is I'm getting my nails done tomorrow, so that's Friday, and I'm meeting with my friend for lunch. So I will talk to you guys probably Saturday. Love you all. Cheers.